My parents were only married for a year because of my dad's drinking problem. My mom got custody of my sister and me and later started seeing Percy, which led to us moving into his house on Shawanaga. Percy took us in, he raised me as his own grandson, and some other grandsons didn't like it much. Percy favored Darcy and I, and neglected his other two grandsons who misbehaved and rebelled. Percy is a retired cop. He knew my dad wasn't in my life much and had a drinking problem. Percy was the male figure I needed, and he gave me the motivation and pushed me to do my best in school and to get my education. Percy always told me that we natives needed to get our education as it is our greatest weapon so that we could fight for our rights, my rights. He often asked me if I wanted to be a dumb native like the others because a lot of natives never graduated high school. I remember one time he asked me if I knew who my dad was. I still wonder why he asked me. I started smoking weed shortly as I moved into Percy's. My brothers would always smoke in front of me and would stop to play when we were playing video games, so I was bound to start smoking but had to hide it from Percy. I started selling in grade 9 and 10 for my brother, and as well sold weed in grade 11 for the other brother. My mom and sister moved out because mom said Percy hit her. Percy said he didn't and never would hit her, and I believed he didn't. I chose to stay with Percy and my brothers. One grandson who was neglected picked on me constantly the whole time and beat me up. I lived with Percy until one summer he had a heart attack. At the time I only had a duffel bag of clothes and only my Xbox with me as I was visiting my grandparents. A couple of days later, our house burned down and we didn't have insurance. My brother Darcy was working that day and rushed to the house. He said the deck in the kitchen was in flames when he arrived. He rushed inside to get his dog, and when he opened the door, it fueled the fire. He was going to go back inside for some of the stuff, but it was too late. Dan, the neglected grandson, and I moved into his mom's place, which was rough. The house barely had some flooring tiles and was in poor living conditions. Percy went to the old folk home called Friends after his heart attack, but moved in with Dan and me. Percy's daughter also moved in with us shortly after, which meant I got kicked out of my room and shared the basement with Dan. I couldn't handle it and moved back with my mom, still smoking weed and not behaving to her. In grade 11, I got busted for trafficking and possession with marijuana. It was the biggest mistake in my life, but it was an eye-opener for me as after I turned over a new leaf and I wanted to change. I met Jess in grade 10. Things ended between us, but we got back together and have been together for 3 years now. She has helped me an unbelievable amount. She gives me the support I need and keeps pushing me to do my best in school, and is the main reason I haven't given up on everything. I have now been accepted to all my college choices for police foundations. I accepted my offer to Algonquin College in Pembroke. I want to be a cop because I want to prove that not all cops are bad, to prove there are still good cops out there who don't kill or discriminate people of color. I want to be a cop that protects and serves, not intimidates and harass people.